So this is a hip flexor stretch. A couple of progressions with this stretch as well. Obviously hip flexors get quite tight through certain sports and activities, and if you don't look after your hip flexors and your hip complex, it can pull the hips into positions that they don't want to be, and that changes your whole biomechanics for your sport and obviously eventually lead to injury. So to do our hip flexor stretch, you can see I'm on one knee. We want to make sure that our hips are forward, so what that would look like is your bottom sticking out or your bottom is tucked too far under. So you just need to go where it's comfortable for you. Okay. Now from here, the first thing we're going to do with this stretch is actually tuck the bottom underneath a little bit. So it's just taking your tailbone and just tucking it underneath. And what you're going to find that's going to do is it's going to put a little bit of gentle stretch on the on the hip flexor. Now for some people that's as far as you're going to want to go, because if you've got tight hip flexors, you're going to get there and you're just going to put that pelvis underneath. You go, oh, I really feel that stretch. So that's as far as you need to go. And you're going to hold that for sort of 30 to 40 seconds. If you tuck the tailbone underneath, doesn't really do much for you. What you can do is slightly lunge forward, and you don't need to go very far, just a few inches, and you'll feel that stretch increase. Obviously we're all different. For some people that may hit that hip flexor stretch that you're looking for. For other people, not. So there is a third progression, and that third progression will be to put your same side hand in the air, and if you imagine that someone's got hold of your fingers and they're pulling them to the sky, and you combine pulling to the sky with tucking the tailbone underneath, and that will bring that stretch back on to the hip flexor. So that's your hip flexor stretch and progressions.